I'm Jeremy from Touché Amoré. In the early days of Touché Amoré, I didn't really see the band going anywhere outside of a house show, so to find us here today is still crazy. It all comes with just, growth, all those usual words that everyone uses, maturity, growth, all that stuff. We've all learned how to write together better and better and better, and I think it shows all the aspects of what we've done so far in the band, like all our different influences and things like that. But I think we all just kind of understand each other a lot better now, and with working with different producers now too has also helped shape kind of our songwriting. Airplane helps. Yeah, I mean, third record is a hard record. It's a hard record to write. It's a hard record to record because there's such a level of pressure that you're not even you could already be your own worst enemy in the situation. Like, you already have your own things that scare you about writing the third record because you can't do the same thing again, and it has to be better. But you can't go too weird because then it'll scare people off. There's all these little stupid things, and at the end of the day, you should just write the record you want to write, which is what I think we did. But of course, there's still that nervousness of oh no, I hope people like it. But so far, the feedback we've got has been extremely positive and really, really, really comforting. It's nice. It's been nice. All the time. He gets it all the time. He gets the Just Along thing often enough, at least once a month. Not a bad thing to look like. Oh my god. So are we talking just vinyl?
Yeah.
First 7-inch I bought was a 7-inch by a band called Inner Strength. They were a straight edge band. It was actually Victory Records 01. It was their very first release. And I bought it because one of my all-time favorite bands of all time, is a band from Sacramento called Far. And the guitar player's name is Sean Lopez. He's currently in a band called Crosses with Chino from Deftones, and it's fucking awesome. But it was his straight edge hardcore band that he sang in. And I bought it because I was a Far super fan. I was like, whatever. So it was that. And then I think it was an Immortal Records 7-inch compilation that had Far on it, but it also had Incubus and Korn on it. But and as for the amount of records I have, I actually looked at it the other day. I have a list on my computer. I'm up to 2,300 7-inches, and I'm at probably in and around the same LPs. I didn't think it was that bad, and I recently, because Excel has the numbers on the side, so I was like, I wonder where I'm at. I was scrolling and I was just like, Jesus Christ. I don't want to think about that because it's probably a really, really, really bad number. I worked at record stores. I worked at a record store for many years, and I get a lot of records from trades and just all that type of stuff. So I buy a lot of records on tour, whatever. I've been collecting for 13 years, so it's not like I got all these records I started collecting 2 years ago, and now I have this. It's been a process, and I trade a lot, and whatever. So, but I definitely need to have a little bit of. I need to do a clean out soon and slim that back down to maybe in 1500s area, because there's a lot of stuff I don't really need. It's one of those you see a record, you're like, I like that record, and it's on a different color, and it's $3, I'll buy it. And now I have 12 different copies, for example, 12 different copies of the first Locust 7-inch. I love that 7-inch, but do I need 12 copies of it? Probably not. It's the easy go-to answer, but I would still be doing something with music. I do a label on the side, and I focus a lot of attention onto that, especially when TA's not doing anything. this year I put out a couple different releases, and I'll eventually probably end up trying to open my own record store, something like that. You know, it comes down to like punk and hardcore and all that. It's given me so much, so like all I want to do is give back. So like if that means putting out bands that I really believe in and love, like I'll do that. Or if it's just selling their records from behind a counter, like anything, you know, it excites me to talk about music. I can do it all day. I'm better at talking about music than anything else. I can fucking ramble forever, so that's where I belong. Junior high is like the time in your life when you're allowed to get away with having the most eclectic shirt collection ever. It's the only time. Anytime else you get called a poser. Once you hit high school, you can't do it. Like in junior high, you can wear a Dead Kennedy shirt one day, and then a Metallica shirt the next day, and then like a NoFX shirt, and then like a Limp Bizkit shirt, and no one will give you shit in junior high. So like that was like the time when I just like dove and like bought CDs that I found used, and it was probably NoFX's Punk and Drublic, I would say. I think that came out in 90, I want to say that came out in 90 or so, 95, 96. But I remember buying that, and because I love Dookie. Everyone owned Dookie when that came out, you know? And it had everything that I loved about Dookie, but the songs were like smarter and faster and as catchy. So I attached myself more to Punk and Drublic than Dookie. Nine Inch Nails and David Bowie, 1995. Number 2, Weezer at the Palace in LA, which was the last show that they played before they broke up for those 4 years. So it was just Blue Album and Pinkerton, and it was the Michael and Carly benefit show. That was my second. Hopefully still around. You know, I don't know if look, I don't live in a fantasy world. Bands don't last forever, so I wouldn't say like still doing Touché, because let's be honest, it's probably not gonna happen. We all love each other, but bands need to maybe learn when to quit while they're ahead sometimes, you know. So we'll probably, you know, I imagine 20 years probably not still touring, but you know, I'd like to know that I'm still. Is it an easy way out to say just doing what makes me happy? Yeah, I mean, whatever that might be. I think, you know, I might get into something. I might leave tonight and realize I want to get into wood carving. You know, like I might want to start making boats. We go to Europe. We do a headlining tour in Europe and the UK with Self-Defense Family and Elliot's other band, Dad Punchers, which will be Touché as Dad Punchers, because for that tour it'll be Nick on guitar, Clayton on bass, Elliot singing, and his friend Calvert playing drums. So it's pretty much just like, it's fun, you know. Like we thought of like, hey, that could be cool. Like, gives you a chance to play your songs in overseas. So it saves money and all that stuff, you know. So it seems like a fun thing to do.